I think the biggest thing I worked on is my body. I just tried to really just be in the weight room and, take that contact that I did last year. A lot of times I would go to the rim or, you know, play post D and, kind of get shoved and pushed around and fall on the ground. So for me, it was all about, getting that strength, that lower body core to really, upheld people. So
So what's the differences? Did you put on some weight, lose some body fat, that type of thing?
both, I lost body fat and gained weight as well, which is, pretty kind of hard to do at the same time. So
What'd you work on the most on the court?
perimeter skills. The biggest thing was last year at the last 20 games of the season, I was playing the three when a lot of guys were injured. And for me, I wanted to sharpen up those skills because, I was a post player pretty much all of college and pretty much all last year. So, developing them perimeter skills are big time for me.
You feel more comfortable with the long distance touch?
Yeah, for sure. Just keep improving that stroke, getting better and better. I have high goals of where I want to shoot next year. So,
Now, did you work out with Kobe this offseason?
yeah, I did. Yep.
Yeah, how'd that go?
Went really well. That's one of my mentors. I kind of look up to him and ask him for advice as much as I can. So to work out with him was great.
How many times?
Just once.
Okay.
Yep.
Did you go down there or did he come up here?
Went down there. Yep.
Okay. And did you have big boy steaks afterwards?
No steaks. No, I'm a pescatarian now, so
Okay.
I don't eat steaks.
Is
Yeah.
that part of the new Coos?
New Coos, yeah, pescatarian Coos. So.
All right. Now, Sports Illustrated came out with this list, the top 100 players. You were not in it. We talked about this at the office the other day. How is Coos not on that list?
I don't know, man. I know at the end of the day, by the end of the season, people are going to see all the work that I put in, and I'm a new player now from last year to this year, and I think I did a complete 180. So.
And you're a guy who, you always have that little chip on your shoulder. You were drafted 27th overall. Is that the type of thing where you say, hey, another reason why to prove people wrong, so to speak?
Yeah, I mean, for me, it's all about proving people wrong. It's been that way my entire life. A lot of people say I can't do this, can't do that, and for me, it fuels me and satisfies me to kind of prove people.
How much interaction have you had with LeBron?
A lot. We talk all the time. Whether it's basketball or business or whatever. He's another great person, a great resource to talk to and pick his mind. He's been around the game for 16 years, so I'm using him and not only him but Rondo as much as possible.
And what sort of things have you picked up from those guys?
Nutrition, how to maintain your body, the maintenance. I think one of the biggest things is the IQ factor. Watching film. I pretty much watch film almost every day now. Listening to those guys and what they do every single day. So,
yeah, some people have said, hey, maybe Kuz will start in some lineups and LeBron can play center for a little bit. Have you guys even started talking about lineups and small ball and that type of thing?
we haven't talked about lineups too much. It's just all about how much competitive this team is. We have a lot of guys that can come in and play multiple positions, and everybody wants to compete and everybody wants to win. And that's the biggest thing that not only them but I'm really looking forward to.
What's good, y'all? It's kingtise. Welcome back to Throughout the Association. And man, why every time I talk about LA or I see someone talk about LA, we always forget Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. Now, I know he's not an all-star, of course, but he is their starting shooting guard. He do his job kind of well. But Kyle Kuzma, I'm watching Kyle Kuzma very close this year. He on the list for me, and that list is players that I think should make a jump this year. They were good last year, but they should be better this year. Those players are Victor Oladipo, Kyle Kuzma, Jason Tatum, Joel Embiid, Nikola Jokic, Drew Holiday. There's a few more, but those guys specifically, they had nice years last year, but I think they should be better this next year. Now, of course, Kuzma will get the biggest spotlight because he on LA. They got the most games on TV next year. They got LeBron, etc. But outside of LeBron, Kyle Kuzma might be the best player on the Lakers. He quietly had a very nice rookie year last year. Now, I told y'all if there was one guy that I think will have a tough year with LeBron being there, it's Lonzo. But on the flip side, if there's one guy that I think will benefit most from LeBron being there, sometimes may be hindered, but in the end benefit most, I think it's Kyle Kuzma. To some degree, Brandon Ingram as well. But I think LeBron can do a lot for Kyle Kuzma development. Now, ultimately, how he developed is up to him and what he want to be in his work ethic. But with Kobe, LeBron, Magic in his corner, etc., and what's seemingly the right head on his shoulders, I think Kyle Kuzma will turn out to be a lot better than most people think, and not just next year, for years to come. I'm a fan of Kyle Kuzma. The Lakers are very similar to Boston to me. Now, of course, Boston better, but as far as their young cores, LA and Boston are very similar. Oh, and I almost forgot. I've been seeing, am I the only one that's been seeing that Andrew Bynum been working out in the Lakers facility? Now, I'm going to need more details on this before I say anything, before I really say anything, but if I find out the Lakers are working out Andrew Bynum and didn't even offer DeMarcus Cousins a contract, I'm going to have a whole lot to say. What you guys think about this? And definitely subscribe.